Hello everybody and welcome back to Stewing33 Plays. They are Billions. My name is Stewing33 and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in our colony here that seems to be doing A-okay from a defensive standpoint. Yeah, we're doing perfectly fine right now. We're hanging in there. We've got a lot of our defenses have been set up and are good to go with a couple key exceptions. Like this wall is very much breachable, which isn't great. But all the other walls are pretty safe. You probably need some sort of extra defense at some point, but I also think that having a 1x1, we can probably just jam all of our archers and stuff in there and it'd make it fine. What is our goal for this episode? Well, our goal for this episode is to get the rest of these buildings upgraded and get them squared away, and then to also finish up... I want to get a foundry down. We need more stone for that, obviously, but we're doing fine on everything else. So, yeah, we're also going to probably need a second power plant at some point. But we will get to that when we get to that. So for now, let's get started. Yeah, we're doing pretty okay. At some point, I want to do an operation to expand outward down here and try to take this area down here over. From what we can see from the lookout tower, there's not a lot of zombies over here. We're gonna definitely need more units for that if we're gonna like ever make that happen. But you know, either way, we do have an oil deposit inside of our base, which is really lucky. That means we don't have to worry about going out and getting oil at any point.
Attention. Building completed.
Yeah, a lot of it's just going to be waiting game. Like, we need to get the foundry up and running. Getting the foundry up and running is going to cause us to have to build another power plant. That's what's going to happen, right? It's also going to make us have to finish upgrading the rest of these. It's sort of going to be a domino effect. But there's nothing we can do about it. It's just that's the cost of doing business, so to speak. Go and build that there. And then once we get that up and running, which shouldn't take very long, we'll get another power plant up and running. Or maybe we'll just get more windmills up and running. Windmills are fairly cheap, and they produce a decent amount of power. It's definitely, like, worse than a power plant, right? The power plant generates, what, 160 power? Yeah, it generates 160 power, so it's worth, like, a significant number of these. 30, 160, what is that? That's, like, 5.5 mils is equal to 1 power plant. The problem is it cuts into our stone, right? Like, we run... Like, it hurts our ability to make stone when we use the stone for, like, building all this stuff. Which really isn't great. We're actually going to be able to use our steel for, or iron for something. Which might be pretty good. I'm trying to decide if this pylon needs to be here or not. I don't think it does.
Building completed.
If that's the case, we might delete these two, put a mill in instead. Executor. Attack tower attacks nearby enemies, inflicting massive damage in an area of 0.6 cell radius. Wire fence, a radar tower. Engineering center. An oil platform. Well, let's get an advanced quarry up and running. Upgrade all of our quarries to advanced quarries. That should hopefully keep us in business.
Attention. Technology research finished.
Got stake traps, which we'll probably end up building at least a row of in front of most of our walls. We have to creep another pylon closer, but a lot of the walls can end up with a stake line in front of them. Not really using wood for anything else. I know they're expensive to maintain, like they get damaged as stuff runs over them, which sucks, but at the same time, fuck it, it's fine. I wonder what the advanced quarry is gonna take. Probably gonna take steel, right? Like, upgrade it from wood to steel, because there was no middle upgrade. I don't know. A lot of this stuff's gonna be really useful.
Building completed. Attention. Technology research finished.
Oil. I see. Okay, so we definitely need to get an oil platform up and running. We can buy oil. Oil's just really expensive. It costs 800 gold to buy 5 units of oil, and we're actually hemorrhaging oil because of Rocket Man. Yeah, Rocket Man actually costs us 1 oil around. Which is useful. Like, the guy's going to be really useful, especially in the upcoming waves, because, like, he does do a lot of damage. It just comes with the cost of, like, not really being terribly, like, efficient. He's really slow, is the problem. More than anything. I think an executor is probably what we want to get next. Probably. I think the ballistas upgrade into executors. Which would be good, because I'm pretty sure the executor is what we need to, like, not die in some of the later stages of the game. We're doing much better than we have before. And I think a good part of that comes down to having an efficient use of our resources and time.
Technology research finished.
Alright, let's actually build an oil platform. Like, we're probably going to need more oil. And there just isn't any within sight range of us right now. There's a lot of water. But no oil. Alright, let's keep building here. Get the executor. We're generating a lot of money right now. The bank helped out a lot. It jumped us up to like 900 gold a second. Or 900 gold every 8 hours. Which is a lot. And that'll keep rising as we upgrade these into the better houses over time. I don't want to use up our last little bit of energy if I can avoid it.
Attention. Building completed. Attention. Building completed.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
2 advanced mills, huh?
A colony who? A colony who needs a mayor, that's who.
We'll take the lady who's gonna give us advanced mills. We're building out these pylons so I can build more walls. But with the advanced mills,
Infected are on their way. They are approaching from the south. Attention. Building completed. Attention. Building completed. Attention. Technology research finished. Building completed. Attention. Building completed.
definitely need more stone. We'll be able to get these advanced quarries up and running slowly. That one oil derrick generates 12 oil, which is crazy. We're gonna have an issue. I feel like this pod's gonna crash into here. Unless it's gonna, if it travels all the way around to this wall, we'll be good. Actually, yeah, that looks like that's what's gonna happen. That looks like that's exactly what's gonna happen here. Unless it crashes into here, in which case we're dead, so... Nope, looks like it's coming here. Which is good, that's what we want. I know this is a really bad time to do this, but I'm hoping that between Rocket Man and the spike traps, we'll have plenty of time to, like... This wave doesn't even have fat zombies in it yet. We're not really in trouble until, like, wave 60. And then we'll be in trouble. Although him shooting the rockets is actually causing an issue, as you can see. I'm gonna be completely honest, this thing's pretty dope. You're generating 6 wood or 6 stone now. Get the rest of these upgraded as well.
I smashed it last night. Our defenses are being attacked.
At some point, I want to have every wall have one of these things. Minimum. You know,
Trying to break through.
obviously, perfect world, one of these things, are all of our ballistas are going to get upgraded into those. They're just very expensive. Which genuinely is actually kind of fine, but
Attention. Building
something to be aware of. The expense cannot be ignored.
They are attacking the colony defenses. Attention. Building completed. The walls are under attack.
It's these fucking deposits that are like right outside the walls. No, 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 no. That was almost bad.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
We would have had time to recover, don't get me wrong, but that would have been bad. That would have been really bad. Get those upgraded. We need more energy now. In that case, let's get the advanced mill next. We'll upgrade all of our other mills. We can also afford to build more power plants at this point.
Attention. Building completed. Attention. Building completed.
Alright. How much do the advanced mills give? 50? So the advanced mills aren't that bad, actually. But I think I still want to try to build a power plant, I think. I think another power... Like, the power plants just give us so much. They'll let us use our room a little bit more efficiently, which is nice. Another power plant down. The bank's doing a great job. Let's upgrade the towers to stone towers. I'm waiting on is I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna wait to expand until I have the advanced units, and then what we're gonna do is just sort of make a ball of advanced units and send them out to just purge this whole area down here. Then we're gonna cut it off up here, and we'll explore for a bottleneck down here. But I want this oil, and I want this iron and the stone. Here's also not that bad. Same idea, basically. This area might actually just be easier to control as well, so it might be worth it to try to expand down this way. It also would be easier because we could build gates here and exit out this way. Super easy.
Building completed.
Which wouldn't be too bad. Alright, we're gonna need advanced farms as well. But let's start upgrading these things. They cost iron and gold. They cost like no iron, but they cost like a decent chunk of gold. But it basically makes all of them way more efficient, which is nice. So I'm not complaining. Let's get that last mill upgraded as well. I guess we need to get all of the mills upgraded. That makes sense. How many more houses do we have? We have 11 houses that haven't been upgraded yet. We need more food for that, which means we need the advanced farm. So as soon as that's finished, we'll work on like a radar tower next, because I want to be able to see more as we're crawling out. I want to see more, but then we'll get an engineering center. The engineering center should be able to give us some seriously high-end units, which should help us out here. Advanced farms, upgrade them. We just need gold. I mean, we're generating like a fair amount of resources, to be completely honest. We're just like, I don't know, we're just using all of it is the thing, right?
Attention. Building completed.
That jumped us back up like 1 million food. We went from 0 food to like 111 with 2 farms upgraded. Holy crap. It's really good. It cuts into our gold by a lot. But we're gonna have to live with it. That's the cost of doing business at the moment. We suddenly lost a bunch of wood for some reason. Let's just wait for a minute. Until we can get... I want to get, like, another section of gold, another section of wood, before we push ourselves out here a little bit.
Infected are near the colony. They are approaching from the south.
I hope that they continue to just crash into this wall, because if they crash into anything else, we're probably gonna die. But I think the game lets you know where they're coming to, with like some early waves of stuff. I'm considering upgrading again, but I think we have other... We don't need to upgrade right now. Fuck it, yeah we do. Let's move you back into position. You deal with some of this shit. Yo, worker dude. Homie, you gotta not, man. Stone and iron. We're in an eternal bottleneck right now. Do we have any? We have 5 left. We need 20 wood or 20 stone. We should get that soon. Right, my hope here is that this is basically just turns out to be really easy and that it's actually fine. Oh yeah, that's going real well. One of these brews is not like the others. Can you tell me which roof is not like the others? There's 2 more like cottage, like regular houses, like in here somewhere. I just can't see them. Where are they? Found him. Cool. Alright, that puts all of our houses upgraded. That puts us in a really good position. Let's get the engineering center up and running. Remember, we do not delete defenses anymore.
Attention. Building completed.
But we need oil, right? So I am tempted to push out to there to try to get oil, but let's purge all of the zombies from here, and hopefully there'll just be oil nearby. That's my hope at any rate. I know that that's like a lot of wishful thinking, but at the same time, I also think that it makes more sense to do it like that than to try to push out into like this area. This area seems really big. So we'll have to see. Get more power going.
Building completed.
Each of the advanced farms is worth an extra 50 food, which is really good.
Attention. Technology research finished.
We're really able to make use of all of our space now. All right, we're gonna need to get this up and running though.
Attention. Building completed.
Well, we already have a Thanatos unit. Do we get another mayor? We do at 1200. All right. Yeah, we need to expand. We're just like running out of space. We've already hit our critical worker limit for the area that we currently occupy. So we need to make ourselves bigger. It's the only way. I hope this thing's not too big, because I don't know where I'm going to be able to put it if it's, like, huge. I mean, we could put it outside the wall, technically, if we needed to. No, okay, it's actually really small. Cool. That is helpful. That is super helpful. We're going to get the Titans, and then we're going to build 2 or 3 of them, and then we'll just send them out to deal with all the infected outside, and we'll go on a rampage for a little while. Day 69 or 59 is coming up, so we're gonna have to be prepared for that in a little while here. We also need to hoard a little bit of gold. Is there Anywhere we can jam in more houses? There is. A couple locations for a couple more houses, maybe. We're starting to hit like we're starting to hit a building, like a critical building limit inside of the space that we have. Yeah, we're starting to run out of room to put stuff. Let's train one Lucifer unit. See what he can do. Because the base is pretty secure.
Wow. Sounds good. Building completed.
Yeah, we need to hoard gold for a little bit. There's luckily a couple gold deposits out here, so maybe this Lucifer unit can go out there and just grab them.
Attention. Building completed.
Let's see what you can do. I think with enough of these units, we actually probably could purge out the majority of the stuff outside with just them. It looks like they do AoE damage. They do a pretty considerable amount of damage at that. Yeah, it looks like they do damage in a line. Yeah, holy crap, that guy's real strong. If we had 2 or 3 of these things, I'm pretty sure we could purge out a large amount of the space around our base. He's also real creepy. I just realized we can't actually hold 6,000 gold. We're actually incapable of holding that amount of gold. I think we can only hold like 4,000 or 5,000. We need to build another warehouse, which means we need to expand. Yeah, we're at our critical limit inside of the base, so we need to expand. I actually think expanding out this way would be safer for us as well, because we could rebuild this wall. But it would require us to tear down this wall, which I'm not comfortable doing right now. Apparently, Lucifer, very full of himself. He speaks in the first person as well. This is I, Lucifer. Yeah, we can't actually hold 6,000 gold.
Attention. Building completed.
I just realized that. Like, as it was, like, creeping up, I was like, yeah, we can't actually do that. I've been told the shocking tower's bad, and I don't really care for the sniper on a personal level, so that's why I haven't researched them. I think we'll make a ball, we'll make a 5-ball of them, and then we'll just send them out into the world to purge the world around us. If they find a good bottleneck, they could probably hold an area by themselves for a little while. But let's get some of these things upgraded. Like, we're doing really well right now. I've got no complaints. Other than the fact that we need to expand. Like, that needs to happen, but it's also not a huge deal. We'll get this last Lucifer unit up and running, and then we'll probably be totally fine, to be completely honest. We'll come over here first. I want to get rid of... Well, correction, we're going to go this way, and then we'll just purge them all out.
Our border inspected are on their way. They are approaching from the west.
Next set of gold we get is going to go towards upgrading these things.
Building completed.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be fine. Unless they bump into a dead city or like a large pod of businessman zombies, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna be totally fine. Can they become veterans? I don't think so. Well, they went to the right wall, I guess. I kind of want them to all move together if they can manage it. Making his way downtown, logging fast, faces pass, and he's homebound. Alright, deal with this. There we go. God, he does a lot of damage. So do these, like, chain gun turrets, mind you, but...
They are trying to break through.
Alright, well, that was exciting. A little perilous, mind you, but exciting. They're just spinning around, flamethrowering everything to death. Can you feel the heat tonight? I know that there's a finite number of zombies on the map. Like, there has to be.
Units under attack.
Alright, run away. They're getting spit at, and they don't have the range to deal with the spitter. That's an issue.
Attention. Building completed.
Alright. I suppose there might actually be infinite zombies, because we are towards the edge of the map here. There's certainly a large number of them. Well, what we can do is we can creep out now. But this movie has been going on pretty long, so I think we're gonna call it quits for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like what you saw, let me know. If you guys want to see more, subscribe to keep up to date on when I post more videos. And if you really like what you saw, leave a like. Helps the channel grow, helps me out a great deal. But of course, with that, thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!